Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for April 30th, 2026. We've got Plunder and Nocturne today, mostly Plunder. Just a couple of Nocturne cards in Druid and Exorcist. Oh, you can see the... Okay, you can see the Druid boons here. So we've got Druid with Flame's Gift, Crucible, Exorcist for trashing. Cage also does pseudo trashing. There's also potentially Prize Goat in the loot pile. We've got Harbor Village for plus actions. Flagship can also get you additional actions if you flagship a Harbor Village. You know, kind of like a throne room would. There's also staff in the sack of loot. I suppose in a way spell scroll also is plus actions. But anyway, oh, and ghost. Ghost can be plus actions. Getting ghost from Exorcist in general is often a lot to ask, though. For draw, we've got wisps and imps that you can gain from Exorcist, and then you can potentially flagship those for additional draw. There's also Deliver, which, is like one-time draw, essentially. And in the loot pile, there's also Figurehead. Ghost can also function as draw. And then for gains, we've got plus buy from Sack of Loot and from Druid and from Jeweled Egg. Jeweled Egg is also both friendly and can be trashed to gain loot, which then has plus buy, and obviously the loot from Sack of Loot. Well, I mean, not all of it, but you know how it works. So I think the goal here is to build a deck that uses primarily flagship on Imp and Wisp to draw. And then, well, in addition to delivering. But, I mean, obviously you can't deliver the cards that are already in your deck, so. But yeah, like I think Wisp and Imp are going to be pretty integral deck control components here, and then the fact that you can flagship them will make them go further, and we've got plus actions to do that with. Harbor Village also gets activated by flagship, which is nice. That's the only card that does do that, but the point is you want to play a lot of flagships anyway, so. So we do want to get an Exorcist, I think. I could also see playing with Jeweled Egg as like a thing to feed to the Exorcist to generate more wisps. I could also see just getting a Sack of Loot, possibly both. We've also got Grotto, which is just generically a strong card. Actually, let me look at the... Okay, Earth's Gift is... Well, I mean, so Druid has Flame's Gift, but Earth's Gift is potentially like a relevant thing to do here to pick up some of these things. It's pretty inefficient as like a workshop type of effect goes, but it is something to consider. But yeah, we've got Grotto as well. I guess I'm really transitioning into talking about the opening here. I think I can kind of see two different ways to go here. One is we open Grotto Exorcist, and the other is that we open something with Deliver Grotto. Obviously, then we can't open with Exorcist, but delivering Grotto is just pretty good. And if we can get the Grotto stuff kind of going quickly. We should be able to add an Exorcist like after that. Hmm. Like with favorable draws, I think Grotto Exorcist probably ends up being the better opening. Like if you get the draw where, you know, turn 3, you see the Grotto, you Grotto a couple cards, you get another Grotto. Yeah, the other thing we could do potentially is open Grotto, deliver Grotto, and then, you know, so long as we don't see the both or the other Grotto turn 3, we're really nicely set up. Uh, hmm. I guess another thing that we could consider is delivering a cage. I think, like, we want to trash estates with Exorcist, not set them on the cage, but it would be good for some copper thinning. But maybe we do that like a little bit later. Get to a point where, you know, we've got like 4 coppers that we're grottoing, and then the rest of the coppers, you know, potentially cage or something like that. I guess we could also trash them with Druid. I don't think we're gonna very likely play with Crucible. Exorcist, I think we're gonna want to have enough stuff to feed the Exorcist that isn't copper. Including eventually, like we want to be able to get imps. So yeah. Okay, so if we were to go with the Deliver Grotto line, what would be the other card that we would want to open with? It could be Druid. Just so Earth's Gift, you know, does some work. Flame's Gift can do some work. Even River's Gift would not be bad early. I think I want to try that, see how it goes. Okay, this is fine, I think. We can... So normally... Well... And never mind. Oh, it's the Deliver. I was like... I was trying to figure out... I'm like, normally, Grotto 2, and then buy another Grotto, and that would cost us... You know, like, we'd only be... But here, just like, wait, but if I didn't have this Druid in hand, wouldn't I be able to Grotto 3? Well, yeah, because of the Deliver. Duh. Okay, anyway. But what we can do instead is Grotto 3 and Earth's Gift. Or, well... Yeah, that's probably better than Grotto... The other option would be Grotto 2, River's Gift. I don't think that actually matters too much. Either way, we're triggering a shuffle. River's Gift doesn't trigger the shuffle before the Grotto discards anyway, so that part doesn't help. The reason... Yeah, I just don't think it matters. Anyway, so now... The question is, do we gain the Exorcist or we gain another Grotto? We've got 5 coppers in those 6 cards. We're going to see all of that plus 2 more cards. So next turn, we're pretty likely, but not guaranteed, to be able to deliver an Exorcist if we take the grotto now, but it might be better to go the other way around and take the exorcist and then deliver a grotto and figure, well, we'll have a turn where we're not grottoing, but we can get the exorcist now, and we can definitely deliver grotto. That's guaranteed. So I think I'm gonna go that direction. Right. Although having said that, we now have grotto down there. No, we don't. This is where our grotto is. Never mind. What am I talking about? All right. Let's see here. We could just trash a copper and deliver a grotto. We could also Earth's Gift. That kind of seems better. Get the extra gain than just trashing a copper. We're gonna need at least one harbor village if we want to do stuff with flagships, so probably we go with that first. All right. Let's just set aside 3 and get a wisp. And we can just do set aside 4. And take a flagship. It's good to me. Okay. So do we want to flagship the Wisp? We probably do, right? Potentially we could also flagship the Druid. Those 2 cards are both coppers. If we flagship the Wisp, we're going to draw either an additional 2 coppers or an additional copper estate. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 coins. Minus whatever we might use with Earth's Gift. I'm also wondering about playing with Trickster. The bot has not gotten any trashing yet. We could potentially deliver Trickster. Oh, we're gonna have one additional coin from Harbor Village followed by Flagship as well. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't thinking about how many cards I would grotto, though. Right. So if we grotto 4... I think that's fine. We'll just... I was thinking about deliver... But... we can just probably forego the deliver for now. Get another Harbor Village. And yeah, I think I will take a Trickster. Oh, okay, the bot's getting Trickster as well. Alright, Harbor Village. We could flagship the Trickster. I really do want to make sure I draw my grotto, so... I guess that wasn't actually a risk. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I had another wisp down there. Oh well. Okay. I would like to gain another flagship. And I wonder about just delivering a silver here to get an imp. For next turn. We could also just focus on wisps and like deliver jeweled egg. We are going to have curses incoming, so we're going to need to get like a second druid or a second exorcist or a crucible or something if we want to keep using Earth's Gift. We don't have to do that right this second, necessarily, although wouldn't be a bad idea. If we can flagship both of our harbor villages, we can play another druid. So it could be delivered druid. That does mean that the exorcist doesn't necessarily have anything to do next turn, though. I think I'd rather... Maybe we start with a jeweled egg. Just because getting all loot into the deck would be useful. And then... Is there something other than copper to set aside? No, so why are you making me decide? Alright. Harbor Village, flagship, wisp. We don't really need to flagship the other wisp. I guess what we could do is try to draw something that we... Well, we can do that anyway. 50, like if we use Earth's Gift. We use Earth's Gift, there's a 50-50 chance that the wisp draws the copper. We could also just flagship the Trickster. So if we... Yeah, I think... I'll flagship the Trickster. Oh, wait, we don't have the actions now. Oh, shoot. I guess we were never going to be able to flagship the Trickster and do the gain and play thing. Okay. Oh, well. So... If we grotto like so, we end up with 9 coins. if we then Earth's Gift. I think it's actually better than... we do it this way. Having a Wisp in the discard isn't really that bad. And we can trash the curse. We have 10 coins that we can use to deliver 2 4 costs. Although now that I think about it, if all we want to do next turn is gain another imp, not another. If we want to gain an imp, and we want like a silver, we probably don't want to have to rely on like Druid for mid-turn gaining that. I mean, we could do another Jeweled Egg. But that's still not taking full advantage of the money that we have in any case. Okay. Change my mind. Grotto 4 coppers. Grid trash. We'll deliver Harbor Village, silver. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that this would all get set aside by deliver. That's pretty great. Still all just copper, right? Yeah. We sure are starting our hands with a lot of cards. Huh. Alright, I think we're going to want a flagship at least one Wisp. Just for the actions. Go ahead and Trickster again. We didn't get a curse, so we can Earth's Gift, probably for a flagship that we just put into play at the end of our turn. Actually not totally ideal, because then we can't get Harbor Village money off of it, but you know, whatever. Alright, so if we Grotto 4 coppers, play the flagship, where does that leave us? Uh, 14. It's actually tempting to get like a second Exorcist here and go like Exorcist. So deliver Exorcist Jeweled Egg. I guess we're a little short of being able to do that and a silver and another useful card. What if we grotted the Wisp? Deliver Exorcist Jeweled Egg is 8. Silver is 11. Yeah, we could get another Harbor Village or flagship. Okay. Let's do that then. Liver. Exorcist. Jeweled egg. Oh, we don't have the buys. Oh. Okay, back up. So maybe now is not the time for getting another Exorcist. We could go ahead and take a second loot then. I was already kind of thinking about it. Sack of loot, jeweled egg, flagship maybe. Still just copper. Yep. Loot did we get? Oh, we didn't get any loot yet. That's right. Okay. Alright. Sixth card down is jewels. Good to know. Do we want to try to flagship an imp? Probably not necessary. Probably just imp a harbor village. Oh, I wasn't. Okay. Well, that's fine. Alright, I would like to probably flagship the Druid and the Trickster. And then maybe the last flagship just stays in play. I think we have the actions for that. Verses are almost empty. Actually, I wonder... We don't possibly have a win here, do we? If we double... Maybe we do. Double play Druid to gain 2 flagships. We don't have that many buys, but we can leave the Jeweled Egg untrashed. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buys would be enough for... Well, it would be not enough is what it would be. Right. Okay. Didn't miscount that right. This is 4, 5, 6. Everything down there is just copper. Okay. So we Druid. We double Druid, but we use one of the plays to trash a curse. Yeah. I think I still will gain another flagship. We'll just green this turn. Oh, did I get it extra? Oops. Oh, I should have... Should take another harbor village, I guess. I didn't realize somehow that I still had a flagship in hand I wasn't going to be able to play. Whoops. Well, we could set aside a flagship. That does hurt our Whisper a little bit. But it maximizes our money for the turn. And how much is that going to be? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have to not deliver province if we want to double province. We could also like deliver province duchy. I really doubt the bot has the capability of emptying piles on us anyway, while also getting a province. But do we need 16? Would we be okay with 15 in that case? 15 would be enough for deliver province duchy, if that's what we want to do. And that seems fine. Yeah, this should, like I said, this should have been a harbor village. I would have gotten another coin out of it. But all right. We can set aside just the sack of loot plus copper. Okay. Oh wow! I didn't actually check to see that the bot didn't like even have a grotto in play. It's the bot's really struggling over there. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a trivial win. We already have the points lead. Okay, so go ahead and flagship imp again, I guess. Imp to play Wisp. And to play... We could play the Trickster. We only need to play it once. That's fine. Alright. Harbor Village. Flagship. Wisp. Harbor Village. Flagship. Druid. Harbor Village, Flagship, Wisp. Flagship, Wisp. Flagship. We can... I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we can just do like... Doot for funsies. Oh, whoops. Not that matters either, but... I don't... Yeah, I don't think there's any way that the staff does anything of relevance here. That's fine. Do we get any value in from this copper? Oh, I don't know, whatever. Do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. We do, in fact, get value from this copper. Staff. Yeah. So the bot didn't play with Exorcist. That seems bad. I think... Yeah, Exorcist is what makes you have a deck on this board. Flagship Harbor Village is not draw. Grotto is a good card, but it's not net draw. It's not really like a deck unto itself. Deliver kind of is, but not like not enough. I mean, I was effectively using Deliver for a significant proportion of my draw for sure, but having all those wisps plus the imp still very relevant. I also think the druid was pretty good. I never used it for River's Gift. I think that could have come up, but like the reason you would want to use River's Gift over Earth's Gift is if like that meant you could deliver like a card, like I don't know, you're like, oh, I can set, like by not discarding this copper, I can have a little bit more money, and I can buy like deliver in the card rather than just gaining it with Druid and then not being able to deliver it. And then like the combination of those things would be multiple extra cards of draw, but you have to have a pretty specific amount of money for that to be true, while not also being true that you could also just gain like even more stuff by doing the Earth's Gift. So I guess I'm not too surprised that it wasn't relevant, but yeah, I mean, just the Earths plus Flames alone is definitely doing work. Yeah, this is a pretty cool kingdom, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.